Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. What are video game journalists going to do with the advent of AI? Let's talk about this. Well guys, you know the future can hold anything, right? Very few times in life do you get something telegraphed as much as video game journalism is getting noticed about the coming threat of AI to their industry. And not very many of them are actually talking about it and talking about strategies that they're going to have in order to move forward with their careers. The one thing that AI does, it exposes the mediocre right away. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. You're not going to have jobs that are not needed, right? You're not going to be paying labor for something that you don't have to pay for. And AI can do the job as far as gathering data, as far as putting facts together. If it's just an informative article, there's no need to have a reporter there. There's no need to have a face for it. Especially, look, and I'm not trying to be a complete a-hole here, but a lot of these people are not eye candy, if you know what I'm saying. Right? AI can design a more pleasant face to the article and replace all of your work, including the actual human being, for pennies on the dollar. And it's less than pennies on the dollar in some cases. You're talking about fractions of cents as far as cost. Artificial intelligence doesn't need a break. They don't need a holiday. They don't need mental breaks. They don't need emotional well-being breaks. Right? They don't need any of this crap. They don't need to be catered to. It doesn't take sensitivity classes. None of this crap. You save a ton of money by using AI. I told you guys the story of one of our floors, right? It's empty except for one office. The complete floor is gone, right? Gone. Now, I have, for example, I'm getting prepared, and the soonest my industry will be affected, by calculations, in about 5 years. And in about 5 years, you're going to see big labor cuts, right? And I'm talking about 80%, right? You can do the same work with 2 people than you can with 10, right? And if you're able to work with AI and manage it, you're going to be in a better position as somebody that just doesn't care. Look, I have colleagues right now that they're at that age where they're just going to take the golden handshake and that's it. This is their last job. They don't care, right? That's not the case for a lot of these journalists. These journalists, they're young people, and they're quietly quitting. They're quietly quitting their careers already. They're not doing anything to get prepared for AI. What is the business model for a journalist coming up here? Well, it's very simple. You're going to have to be supported by your readers. They're going to have to subscribe to you. Do they have a reason to subscribe to you? These are very different times. Excuse me, guys, my voice is already going. I have to have these treatments, like every 2 months and stuff, and it's just a pain in the ass. Anyway, it's a different business model. I mean, how many people are you guys waiting to subscribe to that you're willing to pay money for to read their vlogs or read their articles? I gather that's not many, right? Especially if it's just writing. If they're not delivering video content, which is how a lot of younger people consume their media, they're going to have a hard time. Some of these people are not camera friendly, and I'm not talking about their looks. I'm talking about they're not into public speaking, right? Public speaking is a different skill, right? So, for example, when you are doing a live stream, that would be more akin to public speaking. Public speaking is different because, whoever you're talking about or whoever you're talking to is right in front of you, right? Anybody can talk smack. You can write about anything. You can make articles about this and that and how you hate this and that and the other. It's a very different deal to be standing in front of the person that you're talking about, right? If the person's right in front of you, maybe you choose different words, right? But these people are quietly quitting. They're not doing anything. You don't hear them talking about, look, this is the next step that I'm taking in order to, the majority I'm saying, they're not taking the steps to further their careers or secure their income in the future. They just think they're going to be working at these places forever. And as long as investors own these companies, let me tell you, their future is on a string. There is no business out there wanting to have employees that produce zero, or where you can replace them with, fractions of a penny for their labor, right? And these companies don't have to deal with all the catering that a lot of this younger generation needs, right? The AI doesn't need mental breaks. They don't need emotional support animals to bring to work. They don't even need an office, right? It's crazy. And you don't hear them getting prepared for that future. They're quietly quitting. At least, there's people that quit in life, right? Like if you see a homeless guy, you don't have to ask. You already know. He quit on himself. He quit on life. He doesn't give a fuck. He's just out there, right? At least you know right off the bat what you're dealing with. But when it comes to these people, they think it's just going to be okay. That's the way they act. Oh, this is just going to be fine. No, it's not. No, it's not. The homeless guy is better equipped because he knows that he already quit and he's out there and he's willing to do whatever the hell it takes to live outside. With the rents out there, these people are looking at fast food. They're looking at being baristas. They're looking at having 2 or 3 jobs just to pay for a room. Forget about an apartment. I mean, it doesn't matter what you do out there. Which one of you out there, excuse me, is willing to hire a video game writer as your colleague? Having them sit beside you, having to rely on them in any sort of dependable way to work with you. None of them do. Nobody does. I wouldn't want any of these people near my office. Not even as a receptionist. And we don't even have one anymore because artificial intelligence takes care of that. So the future is bleak for these people. What are they going to do? I don't know. The only way you get attention here on the internet is by having, original takes, being, very good at what you do. Everything's a talent, right? Or you can make a spectacle of yourself, right? Or talk about other people. You can focus talking about other people, but then, that becomes your life. Is that what you went to school for? Is that why you spent 4 years in college to become a great writer just so you can talk shit about other people on the internet? I mean, anybody can do that. You don't have to go to college to do that. And you're certainly not going to make the kind of money that you're making at these, at these video game magazines. Let me tell you guys, I want to see where this goes, right? And let this be a lesson for a lot of people, right? You can't rely on what you're doing now. You always have to be grinding. You always have to keep your options open. You always have to have additional skills. And these people don't have any. These people are coddled. These people think that they deserve to have a job. And within the next 2 or 3 years, they're going to find out that they're completely wrong. All right, humans, I will catch you on the next one. Take care.